Ok.
Ándale, ya comenzó. Ya estamos al aire.
Al aire. Bueno, magnífico. Muy buenas tardes a toda la audiencia. Antes que todo, pues necesito pedir una disculpa por no estar aquí el miércoles pasado. Tuvimos allí una diferencia de opinión. El caballo que estoy entrenando yo y pues realmente se me olvidó y quiero pedirles perdón por eso. Pero hoy vamos a seguir nuestra plática y ya habíamos hablado un poco de eso. Entonces, por favor, ténganos paciencia. Queremos animarles. Si tienen preguntas, por favor, llámenos o mándenos la pregunta por internet y con todo gusto les vamos a contestar sus preguntas. Si no tengo la contestación inmediatamente, pues yo me meto a la literatura científica y práctica, porque los consejos que les estamos dando ahora es por el bienestar de cada uno de los oyentes. Y pedimos, pues, su paciencia. A veces no tenemos toda la información, pero yo con todo gusto, pues esa es mi vida, como estoy jubilado, pues sí. Yo paso bastante tiempo buscando cosas para mí, para mi familia, pero también queremos compartirlas con ustedes. For the English speaking people, I want to apologize. Last Wednesday I didn't make it and I thought of it, but late. And so it was, I had a difference of opinion between the horse that I'm training and myself, and I forgot about it. And I'm that way. When I start something, I like to finish it. He left me a little mark in my hand, but it's healed already, and he's doing much better.
You see, it comes a time in our lifetime at over 70 years old, we have to have a time of peace to play with our toys. This is a horseman is lived with horses and trained horses and you name it. And at our age, we like to take a little time to enjoy life to the fullest. And I'm the same way. I have different other things I do, but I'm thankful for Ramon being here by my side as a fellow brother, fellow veteran in that manner too, that we can share information. He has the chemistry background to help you with a lot of health issues. So that is the reason we're here today. And thank you for your time and your patience. And share the program to others so they also understand where we're coming from and the information that is given to you and to others is good for your health.
Thank you. Thank you. And, bueno, pues vamos a continuar hablando de los alimentos que comemos. Yo les había dicho a ustedes que desafortunadamente la industria de los alimentos pues están haciendo toda clase de mezclas que no necesariamente son las mejores. I want to tell you that unfortunately the food industry are producing all these processed foods that are not necessarily the best for us. And, in chemistry, we have rules. In biochemistry, we have rules. Our body operates according to rules. And so everything has to fit in place so that we can be healthy. So if we break those rules, we are going to get sick. Les decía yo en inglés que vivimos en un mundo de reglas y nuestro cuerpo es uno de ellos. El creador lo hizo como una maquinita que trabaje bien sincronizada. Y pues la semana antepasada empezamos a hablar de alimentos que son inflamatorios y cuando hay inflamación hay causa de enfermedad, ya sea en nuestras coyunturas, ya sea en nuestros músculos, ya sea en nuestro estómago. Yo personalmente tengo un estómago muy sensitivo por lo que fuimos expuestos a diferentes químicos en el ejército y no sabíamos. Hasta años después empiezan a salir los problemas y hasta 50 años después es que están empezando a pasar beneficios. Pero ya es demasiado tarde, pero yo les quiero decir a ustedes que gracias a Dios que nosotros en mi hogar hicimos la decisión de cambiar nuestra dieta hace 25 años. Y para tener ya casi 76 años, pues todavía tengo fuerzas, estoy liviano, perdí peso, me falta un poquito más aquí de perder, pero con el caballo al rato voy a quedar como él, bien cortadito para trabajar mejor. Y pues hemos visto la diferencia en la alimentación. Y esta mañana yo les voy a hablar de alimentos que pueden causar cáncer en nuestro cuerpo. This morning I want to talk to you about certain foods that can increase the probability of developing cancer. And I'm going to go through them. I think we already gave them an introduction of this because we were talking about foods that cause inflammation in your body and affect your joints, affect your muscles, affect your stomach, and also affect your brain. And so that's why you see lots of people with Alzheimer's. And last night or yesterday when I was studying, I ran into foods that really can cause Alzheimer's. And really, Alzheimer's is caused by those foods that don't let our brain work properly. First of all, we don't drink water. We don't drink enough water, and we drink colored water, and we drink sweet water, and we drink all sorts of water. Okay, but and we drink energy drinks. If you work physically, they have developed all energy drinks, but they haven't told you what are going to be the side effects down the road. Okay, para aquellos que les decía en inglés que trabajan, digamos en la construcción, en trabajo pesado, pues han desarrollado diferentes bebidas energetizantes. Y la mayoría de ellas contienen cafeína, ¿ok? Y contienen colorantes y contienen otras cosas que no son saludables para nuestro cuerpo, aún para nuestro cerebro. Aquí vamos a hablar de alimentos que pueden aumentar el riesgo de cáncer. Número 1, el azúcar. ¿Okay? Y para los latinoamericanos o los mexicanos, si ustedes ven la Coca-Cola mexicana, yo les había dicho la vez pasada, pues ya no tiene cafeína. Tiene azúcar, tiene high fructose y tiene high corn syrup. 3 endulzantes que son malos para la salud. Especialmente el azúcar es peor que la cocaína. Porque una vez que usted se hace adicto a ella, es difícil de dejarla. Y se lo digo por experiencia. Porque yo no tomaba agua, yo tomaba Coca-Cola. Y tuve toda clase de enfermedades y es un milagro que esté saludable como lo estoy. Pero quiero decirles que el cuerpo es una maquinaria maravillosa que si usted deja de echarle y darle las cosas que le hacen daño y las cambia por cosas que son favor, empieza a regenerarse con todas esas cosas que son buenas. Es una maravilla del Creador. Amen. For my English-speaking people, I tell you, we have a wonderful machine created by the creator of this world. That if you stop feeding your body those substances that are harmful to your body, and you start feeding them stuff that is good for the body, this wonderful machine starts regenerating itself. And I can tell you for that, I used to sneeze night and day. When I was working for the Mexican government, I went to the meetings with the handkerchief in my mouth. And especially when I went to Mexico City, which is highly polluted.
Yes.
I am very sensitive to pollutants. Even right now, being close to Vancouver, and when the wind blows that way, it loads up close to the mountains, and I can feel it in my chest. Or when the wind blows from the south, we get all the stuff from Seattle to come in here.
With the fire right on the hills.
And the fires too. But I tell you that the smoke from the fires is probably less toxic than what the cars put out, even though they have made a lot of changes but probably eliminated the color. But it still is hazy out there.
And I'll bring a point too. When we used to have Alcoa and Talco, for some of you who know about the aluminum corporation, when we had the winds coming from the west, it would bring all the pollution here into Ferndale. You could smell it, you could feel it. I worked there, I know what it was all about. Right now, there's no pollution coming in this direction toward the inland because there's no Intalco, no fabrics, no any of the bad things is stopped. So we're grateful to that, and if it ever opens again, I would really ask you, the population, to make a point and to really uh, look into this matter because we don't want that kind of pollution coming our way into our community, into our children, and to those that are of age, like myself and my brother here.
Yes, yes. Just one thing. I tell you, and I believe in what we practice, and it takes discipline to do it. But we are not vaccinated in my house, and we haven't contracted COVID. And I go out and I am in the markets and I go different places, even though I'm an asthmatic person, but still I don't have problems. Now, when you get the COVID, I was talking to a lady at a pharmacy, and I said, she said, "Well, I'm taking a booster shot," and I said, "Do you have COVID?" They said, "Yeah." When they gave me the vaccine, later I got COVID. So what's the point? Um, Quiero decirles a nuestros oyentes que vale la pena comer saludable, hacer el cambio. Porque desafortunadamente en esta área donde estamos nosotros vivimos entre dos corrientes. La del oeste-norte, que es la de Vancouver, y cuando sopla todo el smog de Vancouver se viene contra las montañas y corre hacia abajo. Y lo tuvimos hace poco, una inversión. Y también los fuegos que tuvimos. Pero cuando viene del sur, pues nos llega todo el smog del área metropolitana de Seattle. Y yo les digo, yo soy muy sensitivo a eso. Me duele el pecho cuando los niveles de polutantes o contaminantes están altos. Ok, dejemos, en este momento vamos a hacer un anuncio.
Let me follow up on something that Doc talked about. He talked about the Coca-Cola. I should not be saying that name, okay? Or any other beverage that's got sugar. Any other drink that has sugar. You can be an addict. Cocaine is a drug. People becomes addicts to that. They take it, they keep using it, and put it in as part of their lifestyle. Along with these other drinks, you become an addict to them. They taste good, they're cold, and everything else. They have sugar, they have syrup, they have other things in mind. That is the danger. That is what's causing different things in your body to go wrong. You can put a stop to that. Water is clean, it's something that your body needs. Again, a little bit of Bible. On the cross, when they put the spear on the side, what came out? Blood and water. And that's the same thing we are made of by our Creator. It's important to realize there's a reason why there is water. It's for our health, that we be strong. The water goes throughout our system, through the veins and everything else, and cleans everything in our body. So keep that in mind. Every time you take yourself a bottle of something, refreshment type thing, does it have sugar? Does it have syrup? Is it sweet? Water is water. That's an ideal beverage for everybody. Stick it in the refrigerator if you want cold water. But keep in mind, it is water, Doc.
Ok, seguimos en un momento con eso. Les quiero decir algo más de una soda que era mi favorita porque era de uva.
Oh.
Ok, queremos darle las gracias a todos los patrocinadores que ayudaron para esta gran fiesta, aunque yo no pude estar ahí. Pasé por allí para ver cómo estaba y había bastante gente. Me dicen que hasta 1,300 personas llegaron. De modo que muchas gracias a todas las personas que ayudaron aquí a la organización o a la Cámara
Comercio del Noroeste
de Washington que ayudaron. También tenemos noticias. La Chiquita Musical va a empezar todos los sábados de 6 a 8. De modo que a ustedes que les gusta un poquito el relajo, no se la que pueden perder. Y recuerden que cada miércoles de las 12 a la 1, pues tenemos estas pláticas que son de consejos de salud. Y recuerden que no lo hacemos por dinero, ni por vender nada, sino por ayudar a la comunidad. Y me decían que ya va a funcionar la voz de Whatcom, por favor.
Les voy a dar unas noticias. Yo comencé, ayudé con el periódico que está en Linden, Washington. Hace años que le comencé. Y apenas 2 semanas me dijo la persona que tiene o está haciendo, trabajando el periódico, me pidió ayuda. Quiere que la cámara más o menos, o que nosotros podemos poner más información en español y en inglés para la comunidad. Por eso necesito su ayuda. Si usted conoce a alguien en la comunidad que puede escribir o puede a español o inglés y ponerlo para poder ponerlo en el periódico cada semana, como sea, me puede contactar aquí en la Colima Design. Porque también con la voz de Whatcom vamos a tener una website. También con la Cámara de Comercio del Noroeste, también una website. Vamos a tener estas cosas en el aire. No nomás a miércoles y durante la semana. Va a ser completamente cada día o cada 3 días. Va a haber más información para ustedes. Si pasa un accidente o algo, nosotros también lo vamos a poner en el aire para que ustedes sepan las cosas que están pasando aquí en la comunidad. Ese es el trabajo de la voz de Whatcom, el trabajo del doctor que tenemos aquí para ayudar de la salud para toda la gente en inglés y en español. Y ahora un poquito en inglés. I have been asked as the founder or the person involved with El Periódico, newspaper that's run in the Linden Tribune. They have been kind of not producing it like it should. So they have reached out to me since I was one of the founders, along with Kim. Kim was an editor that was here in Ferndale at one time. She's now, I believe, somewhere in Anacortes, maybe, in that area. She's a wonderful person. She was the one that helped us put it together. Michael Lewis, the head person of the Linden Tribune, the editor, the founder. It stayed in the family. It's still in the family. And I believe with his help and his blessings, we're going to continue doing El Periódico. So what I am asking for the community that's listening, I need some help as far as bringing news aboard so we can write it in Spanish and English and put it in the Linen Tribune or in El Periódico. I had a young lady about 3 years ago come to the restaurant, Sammy's Nightclub, and she was talking to me in Spanish, completely Spanish, wonderful young lady. And I asked her, where did you learn how to speak and how to read Spanish, Español? And she told me, I learned it by reading El Periódico. That is an absolute. A young lady, a little, I think she might have been Dutch or something, whatever terminology you want to use. Beautiful young lady. You can learn the language if you want to. So this is the thing that we're trying to do, building bridges, being able to enhance the whole community, that we can work together with different ethnic groups. And yeah, we can produce positive things out of the program here from La Voz de Whatcom. Oh, I know there'll be other stream radios trying to enter into Ferndale, but still, keep in mind, we're building bridges for everybody, for the youth and for the old elderly people that are here locally. Make it a home, make it a home that is safe and sound, and we're able to communicate in different ways. And I believe that's all.
Ok, muy bien, gracias. Seguimos con los alimentos porque quiero cubrirlos antes que se nos termine la hora. Son solamente 5, hay más, pero voy a cubrir 5 hoy. Dijimos que el azúcar, número 1. Número 2, los alimentos procesados. ¿Se acuerdan que hace 15 días hablamos sobre los alimentos procesados? Y si usted va al mercado, lo que yo le puedo pedir, por favor, es que antes de comprar algo, mire todos los ingredientes que tiene. Si tiene high fructose, high corn syrup y azúcar, ni los toque.
Those three.
There
are 3 of them that you should not be eating. If you read a can or a package that has sugar,
azúcar, high fructose, and high corn syrup.
Corn syrup?
Corn syrup.
Okay.
Corn syrup. So those are 3 sugars. Okay.
Do not eat it. Do not be part of it.
And let me make let me tell you, if it's white sugar, which is being processed, it's been washed out, it's worse than brown sugar. Okay, and brown sugar is less harmful, but still you have to use it measurably.
Dog, about the sugar, white sugar, there's some sugar that's coarse, big.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, we use it at home. One is called the turbinado brown sugar, which is little crystals.
It's not brown.
No, it is brown.
Oh, it's brown.
It is brown. And then we use the organic cane sugar, which has not been processed, which is the one you're talking about, the big crystals. Okay, recuerden que el azúcar que nosotros utilizamos es turbinado y no la usamos en grandes cantidades. Es café y es de cristales pequeños. También hay que se llama el azúcar de caña, que no ha sido procesada para nada, raw, como le llaman aquí, así bruta, si puedo usar la palabra, pero hay que usarla con medida, ¿ok? Pero la azúcar blanca ha sido procesada. Y también nosotros utilizamos miel y utilizamos el agave. Y el agave yo lo recomiendo para personas que tienen diabetes. Pero eso no quiere decir que va a agarrar la botella de agave y se la va a echar poquito para ir imponiendo a su paladar que se eduque. Porque todo tiene un nivel. ¿ok? Especialmente si usted tiene diabetes, pues si come azúcar blanca, la diabetes le va a crecer, la glucosa se le va a subir
Mhm.
porque ya no tiene las sustancias para procesarla, ¿ok? Ya su nivel de bilis ya es bajo, ¿ok? ¿Por qué? Porque lo hemos súper trabajado, ¿ok?
Talking before we go any further on that, what about the salt?
Okay,
Down in Mexico, I know you're going to talk about it, but since
this,
we're in the grains of the really fine
yeah.
stuff, I think it's kind of a good thing to open. We have the sugar, we have the salt. In Mexico, you have little bags of sugar, but it's coarse sugar.
Okay.
The difference between the coarse and the refined, is that the same thing?
Well, the
Or not?
sugar refined could be big crystals and little crystals. If
Okay.
it's clear or it's white, it means it's been processed. There's other types of salts which are called the Himalaya, sal de los Himalayas,
Okay.
which they grind the rock and don't process it. And that has sodium, potassium, has 72 minerals, okay? And the same thing with the pink salt. It's another process, but it has not been processed, okay?
Okay.
Número 2, número 3, carne asada directo al fuego, ¿ok? Y yo quiero que ustedes le echen ojo porque a los mexicanos, a mí me encantaban las fajitas y la birria y la barbacoa y la carne asada, y a mucha gente le gusta que esté requemadita, pues entre más requemada, más peligrosa es. También, si la carne es gorda, la grasa va a caer a las brasas y sale humito. Ese humito le hace daño al cuerpo porque tiene dos materiales carcinogénicos, ¿okay? Que causan cáncer. Entonces, la carne, y pues, si ustedes quieren, ya no se ve mucho, pero antes uno miraba cuando estaban haciendo las hamburguesas y pasan por, ahora me imagino que si no pasan por flama, pero pasan por fierro caliente que está hirviendo para cocerla, ¿ok? So esa es la otra cosa. Y número 4, las bebidas alcohólicas, porque nuestro cuerpo fue hecho para funcionar con agua, no con alcohol. Ciertamente tenemos cierto pequeño nivel de alcohol en nuestro cuerpo. Por la digestión y por lo que comemos se produce, pero ya cuando está, ya ni me acuerdo, 89 proof, ya 89 proof ya es peligrosísimo. Le quema el hígado con el tiempo. Y al afectarle el hígado, le va a afectar muchas funciones en su cuerpo. Okay, for those that are listening, I was talking about the people who like to barbecue with flame and they burn the meat, or if the meat is fatty, the fat that falls onto the flame or onto the charcoal produces two substances that can cause cancer in your body.
And that's the fume, the smoke.
Just the smoke
that's
and the fume.
Coming up.
And now I understand why my grandmother or and one side of my father and one of the cousins died of cancer in the ranch because they barbecue a lot. And people in the old times die very young because of the stuff that they inhale. And so that is really important that we take care of our body. And number 5, pescado salado.
Oh, you want to talk about the liquor?
Oh, the liquor, los licores, sí. En español.
In English.
Las bebidas, en English? Oh, okay. Well, Well, number four, we're going to talk about the, the liquor, the wine, the vodka, the whiskey, all those things, because our body was made to function with water. We have little small amount of alcohol
Yes.
in our body, so there's the result of all the reactions that take care in our body, and certain levels of alcohol are healthy for, but depends what alcohol. So so you got to be careful, because nowadays people like to drink a lot, and especially in Europe and other places, they don't drink water, they drink liquor. And the Russians drink vodka all the time, and look what happening in Russia. Okay.
And that's usually a example for the Bible, okay, for
Mm-hmm.
about the liquor and the wine and
Mm-hmm.
so forth. The time of the bride or the marriage in which Christ was there was no wine, but and our Savior said put some canisters, whatever, and add water to them. And basically, I believe add the juice to it from the grapes, and it became what we can say juice, but in that time people didn't know the difference. I don't believe this tasted like wine. It was good. It was too refreshing. Our body, we do eat some fruits, raspberries, blackberries, whatever. We drink water, and the doctor says our body does has some little bit of liquor, and that is part of some of the things that we do eat, are partakers of the different fruits that we eat. We take water, and that causes something in our body can be made somewhat kind of a liquor, but it's not the kind that's 100% vodka or whatever.
That make you drunk.
There
It's
you
not
go.
levels that make you drunk.
So
That make your brain really lose the control of your body.
see,
Okay. And let me give you an example, so you can, I mean, look at all our fellow human homeless people. The liquor, they
mhm,
drink a lot, they use drugs, they lose their teeth. And when I pass by, I carry things to give away. And the other day, I ran and said, "Well, I don't have teeth. I cannot eat that."
mm,
He wanted money so he can buy liquor or buy drug or whatever. So you see, and if you look at them, they don't look good.
mm.
And that's not the way. Number five, and this is gonna surprise you. It says pescado salado, salty fish.
Mhm,
And I mean salty. And salt is fine for your body, but up to a certain level.
mhm.
But when you flood your system with salt, many functions are going to be affected. And that's fishy. And later on, I'm going to look into this one, because it caught my eye. See what I can find about. And I know that they preserve fish in salt, but you have certain amount of sodium ions in your body and certain amount of chloride in your body, and you have potassium and you have sodium and you have magnesium and you have manganese and you have so many other ions for our body to send the signals around.
Mm,
But if, like for example, people who have diabetes, forbidden to take salt.
mm. That's
Okay.
correct.
And so, because your body lost certain properties to work, so if you put salt, it's going to shock your body and you're going to get worse.
So, Doc, on these fish that are dried, like once in a while, I go down. There's a store outside the reservation that's smoked.
Uh-huh.
Now, when they say smoke, are they actually treated with salt for that, or just smoked over the
To be honest
heat?
with you, I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know.
don't know. I
Good question.
So I'm going to look into smoked fish. But fish by itself has certain levels of salt,
Mhm.
okay? And when you clean them or wash them and that, the salt is going to go away. But, you know, probably the only thing I eat, and it's not very common, I eat salmon.
Mhm.
And they're not salty. They're oily because they have other substances that they're good for you, omega-3, omega-6, and so many things. Uh, okay, let's see. That's 12:42.
Yeah.
Again, we before we finish the hour, because I'm going to talk to you about what what foods, qué comidas pueden ayudar a reducir el riesgo de cáncer.
Mm.
No todo lo que les digo aquí es malo, es una realidad.
Mhm.
Not everything I tell you here is bad, but it's a reality because it's it's been researched by many universities. It's been researched by the World World Health Organization, and they wrote a big report about 3 years ago about processed foods.
So it's proven
It's
facts, in other
proven
words.
facts, yeah. Nuevamente queremos darle gracias a toda la gente que ayudó para que la fiesta del 17 de septiembre se llevara a cabo. Y pues me parece que hubo muchos puestos,
Mhm.
los vi por fuera cuando pasé por ahí, vi por ahí unos vestidos negros con líneas rojas que se movían,
Mhm.
vi gente hasta, parece que hasta 1,300 personas llegaron.
Yes, yes.
So, ya somos bastantes acá en el norte.
Yeah.
A ver si no nos quieren correr ahora.
Yes, I'm also grateful for the event. You know, this is the biggest uh, Fiestas Patrias by the Northwest Washington Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to also thank Lummi Nation. They donated some money. They brought the people from Lummi Nation to be vendors at the event. I appreciate it, but the most thing that stood out during to me as a veteran is when we asked the elder to have a blessing over the whole land that used to be theirs. And he got up. He could not come up to the stage because he could not walk very well. But we took the microphone to him, and upon him receiving the microphone, I told everybody he is going to be praying for our nation for this festival. Everybody stood up in respect to this elder of Lummi Nation. And he continued to bless the people, continued to say, "Thank you, Lord, for the people that are among us." And everybody could feel the Spirit. It was a spirit of coming together in agreement and enjoying a festival that we as indigenous people have gone through that process down south. 7 countries have claimed independence. Do you think they were all Spaniards or do you think they were all from England? No, they were indigenous people. People came to conquer the indigenous. Now they become countries. The countries Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Chile, Mexico, Nicaragua. These were indigenous countries, people.
Mhm.
And this is what we celebrate every year. And we bring it to effect. This is history that is not taught in our schools. They don't teach about the times in Texas. All the property along the Rio Grande was owned by Mexicans, Spaniards, whatever. And you know the story. They hung most of those people and they took the land away. It's just an example that we, the Hispanics, will prosper and will be together as a family and will reach out to other ethnic groups to become greater. This is the reason we have Fiestas Patrias, a building together bridges, which is within the communities. We must have a forgiving spirit to endure unto the end. And thank you.
Gracias. Para los que escuchan español, pues lo que decía aquí, no se olviden que somos indios, aunque muchas veces nos da vergüenza decirlo. Pero recuerden lo que pasó con California, con Arizona, con Nuevo México, con Colorado, con Texas.
Sí. Y aquí la cosa también.
Y acá
aquí es Juan Pérez de España, toda esa área, hasta Alaska, hasta Vancouver, Washington, Vancouver, Canadá. Todo eso había españoles. Ellos también traían caballos, frutas, frijoles, todo eso a la frontera aquí.
Ok, bueno, regresemos porque se me ve el tiempo y quiero cuanto menos darles la introducción. 13 alimentos que podrían reducir tu riesgo de desarrollar cáncer. Número 1. Lo que comes puede afectar drásticamente muchos aspectos de tu salud, incluyendo el riesgo de desarrollar enfermedades crónicas como enfermedades cardíacas, diabetes y cáncer. Número 2. Se ha demostrado que el desarrollo del cáncer es particular está muy influenciado por la dieta. Número 3. Muchos alimentos contienen compuestos beneficiosos que podrían ayudar a disminuir el crecimiento del cáncer. Número 4. También hay varios estudios que muestran que un mayor consumo de ciertos alimentos podría estar asociado con menor riesgo de desarrollo de esta enfermedad. Y en este artículo vamos a ver la investigación y analizar 13 alimentos que pueden reducir el riesgo de desarrollar cáncer. Y yo les quiero decir, mis amigos, yo he visto personas desarrollar cáncer y morir de cáncer. Y es muy triste porque el cáncer se va comiendo el cuerpo poco a poco hasta que nada funciona. La diabetes se va comiendo los pies, los dedos,
Sí.
poco a poco hasta que les toca cortarle los dedos o todo. Y yo les había contado el ejemplo del mayor de Wilmer, que aún enfermo con diabetes estaba con su Coca-Cola. Y yo le hablé a él y le platiqué y le presenté todo. Y me dijo que me lleve la que me trajo, pero yo no dejo la coca. Y este año pasado murió. Entonces, y pues es triste. No nacimos para vivir así. Okay, now we are going to talk about 13 foods that can help you to prevent cancer, okay? And remember, what we eat will have a lot to do with how our health is. If we eat accordingly, we can prevent some of the illnesses such as cardiac diseases, diabetes, and cancer. Number 2, they have demonstrated that cancer in particular, it is dependent on the diet. Number 3, many foods contain compounds which are beneficial to diminish the growth of cancer. And there are lots of scientific studies that show that the consumption of many of these foods can help you not to get cancer. And in this article, we are going to look at the investigation and the analysis of these 13 foods that can help you to reduce the development of cancer. Okay. Now, let me make a safe statement. In order for you to do and to obtain the benefits of these foods that we're going to talk to, you have to start making a change. You know, quit eating those things that we talked in the beginning, sugar, burnt meat, and so many other things, processed foods, and start changing it slowly. Because if you make a drastic change, your body is going to strike, and you're not going to make it. I can tell you that for sure. And I remember when we made the change to what we call the corrective diet. The next day, my body says, "Forget it. I cannot do it." And I told my wife, "I think I'm going to quit." I said, "No, let's do it." So I went through the second day, and my body complained less. And the third day, less. And I lost 20 pounds at the end of that process. Okay. Because when I work in Mexico, I went up to 184 pounds for, it's a lot. Okay. And when I finished with the corrective diet, I was down to 50 pounds just by eating correctly. I didn't have to take any drugs. Ok, mis amigos, vamos a hablar de 13 alimentos. Si ustedes los conocen, es solamente hacer el propósito de hacer el cambio y hacerlo paulatinamente y dejar de comer aquellos alimentos que nos hacen daño y comer los buenos. Esta mañana solamente voy a pasar los nombres. Y en la próxima plática vamos a hablar un poco por cada uno. Número 1 es el brócoli. A mí no me gustaba el brócoli. Y ahora mi nieto y yo somos del brócoli. A él le encanta el brócoli. Y está muy saludable. El siguiente son las zanahorias. Eso sí, nosotros me recuerdo cuando íbamos a Tijuana, pues a mí me gustaba en el mercado tomar jugo de zanahoria. Es muy beneficioso. Los frijoles. Y pues somos mexicanos. Hay que comer frijoles. Yo como frijoles pintos, frijoles blancos, frijoles negros, de todos. Y entonces, las bayas. Esta es una palabra argentina que realmente quiere decir las berries. ¿Ok? Todas las berries, strawberry, raspberry, blueberries, los arándanos que les decimos nosotros, el arándano es súper bueno para el cuerpo.
¿Es la blueberry?
El blueberry, sí, la blueberry. La canela. La canela tiene su doble filo, pero es medicinal. ¿Ok? Y vamos a hablar de la canela poco a poco. Las frutas secas. Nosotros compramos, y les voy a decir, del reino de las frutas, es el chabacano. ¿Ok? El chabacano lo usamos nosotros, lo que es la semilla del chabacano, para ayudar a curar cáncer. Un cambio a una dieta vegetariana, 5 semillas de chabacano diarias, que no hayan sido, que estén crudas, y las mastica uno, y luego 4 semillas de manzana, y pues mucha gente le dice que las semillas de manzana son venenosas. Sí son venenosas, pero hay que saber cómo usarlas. Y luego agua y otras cositas, ¿ok? Las frutas secas, los higos secos. Y pues si tienen aquí, yo allí donde está el caballo, allí voy y me agarro un higo de la señora porque ellos los dejan perder. Y la siguiente, el aceite de oliva. El aceite de oliva es muy bueno. La cúrcuma, ¿ok? O el turmeric, como le llaman aquí, ¿ok? También. Y después les traigo unas recetas de turmeric, porque no nada más es agarrarlo a mordidas, ¿ok? Las frutas cítricas, los limones, las naranjas, las toronjas, y otras tantas son muy buenas, son altas en vitamina C y la vitamina C es un antioxidante bien potente. ¿Ok? Y si no, pues no tienen eso, yo les invito a que compren vitamina C de 1000 unidades. Una todas las mañanas. La linaza, ¿ok? También tenemos los tomates. Este año me fue muy bien, pero no me salieron muchos rojos, todos amarillos. Y tenemos cherry tomatoes hasta para aventar para arriba. El ajo. Manuel sabe del ajo. Sí. El ajo, y si usted se lo come en ayunas, mucho mejor, pero hay que comerlo con algo, porque comerse el ajo así bruto es diferente. La dieta mediterránea usa mucho el ajo. ¿Ok? Y número 13, el pescado graso. ¿Ok? Y el pescado graso, pues estamos hablando del salmón, de las sardinas y de todo eso, pero que no estén súper saladas. ¿Ok? So esos son los 13 alimentos. Let me repeat this in English for people so they can get an idea of what's going on. And right here, we're going to start number 1 with broccoli.
Wait a minute.
Okay, number 1, broccoli. Number 2, we are going to carrots. Okay, and next week we're going to talk about it. Beans, and I love pinto beans, black beans, white beans, all sorts of beans. And then we have the berries, strawberry, raspberry, blueberries. And blueberry is excellent. Cinnamon, okay? Cinnamon is a double-edged sword thing, but it's a medicinal thing, and we're going to talk about it next week. The dry fruits, dry peaches, dry apricots, dry apples, or regular apples. Remember, in English, there's a saying that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay? And then number 7, olive oil. Number 8, turmeric. Number 9, citric fruits like lemons, oranges, limes, grapefruits. Okay? And then number 10 is linseed. And then we have tomatoes. Number 12, we have garlic. And I know garlic is not very popular with many. And number 13, the what we call the fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, and other ones. But remember, not salty. So, pues bueno, se nos ha acabado esta hora y comenzando la semana que entra vamos a hablar de los contenidos de cada uno de estos para ayudarnos a no desarrollar cáncer. And so next week we're going to talk in detail about these 13 elements and how they help us not to acquire cancer in our bodies. Que tengan buen día y llegó la chiquita.
Y buen día para todos, mi gente. Muy buenos días. Nos despedimos la miércoles 21 de septiembre, mes patriótico. Buenas tardes, hasta la próxima. Recuerden conectarse los sábados de 6 a 8. Bye bye.
Y a gozar la vida.
Sí. Qué